one of the characters anyway of UAE racing, Rod Simpson. One of racing's enduring personalities, Rod Simpson has been everywhere and done it all during his long training career in the UK and here in the UAE. Now in his second season training from Al Sail stables outside Abu Dhabi, he celebrated his return by saddling 28 winners last year, which saw him finish runner-up in the Trainers' Championship. He also scooped the biggest purebred Arabian prize of the year when stable star Frivolous won the Dubai Kahela Classic on World Cup night. Larger than life and as talkative as ever, Rod talks us through his hopes for the remainder of the season. Your second season here now at Al Sail, and you've had a lot of success in just a short amount of time.
Yeah, no, it's been really good, and I'm very proud of the staff and the horses, etc. I don't know. I just think that if you're going to have a successful yard, it works from baseline. You have to have everybody clicking in and making it work for the trainer. Great asset with Anne Wise last year as assistant trainer. I've got a good head lad. I've got a good feeding system now, and I've got the grooms have learnt their job better. So I think all that just really all rolled into one and made for a good season. Having a good stable jockey was very important, and having good substitute jockeys when the stable jockey was injured last year, when Darragh got those stupid injuries, and he better not get any more. We had jockeys that could step up and pick up the bit and win races still. So that was fantastic, yeah.
So plenty of experience, but Arabian horses are still pretty new to you.
It's really funny because I laugh about it now, and I've also written about it. And when Dr. Hussein Al Arida approached me and said would I be interested in coming to the UAE to train, I automatically thought it was just to train thoroughbreds, same as anybody else would, because that's all I'd ever done in Europe. So when he picked me up at the airport and took me out to this farm in the middle of nowhere, with degrees of weather that I just couldn't understand, to see this oasis like you're looking at now, beautiful grass paddocks, and he has the most fantastic stud there. And he said to me, look, I want you to train the Arabians. I want you to train as many for the locals as you possibly can. And so that's how it started. And I looked at them and I thought, this isn't the challenge. This is more than that because of the whole environment that we were in. But very quickly, Doctor got me moved into Gantoot with Sheikh Falah, and we never looked back. We had winners the first meeting. I think I had a double at Gantoot, and then from Gantoot, when that closed as a race course, which was a great shame, I was then taken to Sheikh Zayed Lamtara's owner at Jebel Ali racing stables, Jebel Ali Palace racing stables. Successful there again with all the local horses as well as his. So yeah, I had a quick introduction to the Arabian horse, but a good one. And as I keep saying to people, we train them these 3 years old, and we do ask quite a lot of them. And I know I had a good season with 3-year-olds last year. My 3-year-olds this year are not as strong. And you was asking me about time out earlier. The one thing with him is that he's got better as he got older, but that's typical Arabian. If you can keep them sound, they're going to give you a much better 6, 7, 8-year-old time than they will a 3, 4, 5.
But obviously you've sorted it out, you've got the knack with these Arabians, and you seem to have quite a sort of personal relationship with these horses.
I don't think it's a knack. I think it's going back to with my childhood when I had them little wind-up cars. You used to spin them on the table and then let them loose flat out, But they just... I got a lot of respect for the Arabian horse now, much more than I could have ever had before. So it's been good to be able to touch them and be close to them, yeah. But I will say I still have a love of a thoroughbred, and this year Al Sail management have sent me 2 or 3 thoroughbreds that I'm very proud of. I think they're going to be okay. We don't have the domestic scene that we had last year, so I'm actually not able to run them where normally I would have been. As you know, last year I was really lucky. I had a surprise package and a little horse called Shine Shah, and they kept me in, 2 thoroughbreds, but they kept me in the limelight as regards the thoroughbred world. And Surprise Package has surprised everybody and now stepped up to be a 95 rated and looks like challenging for the Jebel Ali Sprint. So yeah, I'm saying that if you can have a combination of both, then you're going to be a better trainer for it. Yeah.
And also last year, Balthazar's Gift was probably your standout thoroughbred, managed to win at the carnival.
Yeah, he came here on the Anne was sent to Newmarket with Alisala's management team, etc., to try and buy him. And she rang me and she said, "You just love this horse. We've got to buy him." She said, "Everybody's saying such horrible things about him," but she said, I mean, and the truth of the matter is, everybody said that he was a dirty dog. Well, if he's a dirty dog, we better go and buy about a dozen more of them, because, you know, he really was a proper racehorse. And I was really pleased that when I sent him back to Europe, that Clive Cox had him, because I've got a lot of respect for Clive Cox. And he proved it by going and winning a group race. And he's supposed to be coming back here. We weren't sure what the races were going to be for him on the grass, but now we understand there will be one or two. So he's going to be coming back, but not coming back under my banner. He'll come back under Clive Cox's banner. Yeah,
it must have been a massive thrill for you. Sort of, how does it rank in terms of your career highs?
I'm getting so old now, so it's a job for me to remember back when I had a high one. But you know, I think that you can't always turn the clock back to say to yourself, "Oh, that was a great time." You've got to look how you are today. This is a great time I'm having now. You know, I don't compare Alisal, training here at Alisal with being when I was winning the Cesarewitch in Epsom, or the Bunbury Cup in Lambourne, or the Triumph Hurdle at Cheltenham from Lambourne, or even when I was winning the Vernon Sprint with Sandpower Star coming out of Wendover. You know, now is where we are, and I'm really, really excited to have done what we've done here, especially in such a short space of time.
Beautiful setup here, plenty of grass, which must make you the envy of most of your colleagues.
Yeah, I think that, and Alisal hasn't. So, I mean, these are quite old now, but we've over the far side now they've re-sown, you know, 3 or 4 acres of really good pasture land. And I think at Alisal, you know, whatever happens as regards Rod Simpson, a trainer, because we have to retire sometime, you know, it's been set up at such a high standard that they will always produce good horses from here. Always. That will go without saying. Whether they ever breed a thoroughbred here, that wouldn't surprise me, because I know that the management have a very high standard that they want to get to. So it wouldn't surprise me. But at the moment, as regards the Arabian scene, they are producing better quality, better quality, better quality. We've been a little bit light on the floor this year. I haven't had the season that I had from last season, for the simple reason that my horses did so well last year. They're handicapped quite out of it a bit. You know, even 3 or 4 pound makes such a big difference in this UAE level. So I'm not, you know, other people might be saying, "Oh, Rod's had a quiet year," but all I say to them is, we've got a bit of quality now, and I have to look at the better quality races. The domestic scene is important, providing you've got 40 plus horses with maybe 20 or 30 of that middle of the road. You can keep just bringing them in and whipping them out, and bringing them in and whipping them out, etc. So we weren't like that this year. We only had 28 horses in training, and out of a lot of them, some of them might not even get to the track this year, because I will not push them, because I know that they aren't last year. Got to wait, got to be a bit patient.